But Paul said Satan hindered us. Job, when everything was being took away from him, his kids and everything, and his wife said, why won't you curse God and die? Job says, as the Lord giveth and taketh away, I will bless his holy name. But you look through Job's life, everybody was coming against him. When everything felt like he was falling apart, everybody was getting him, and it's like everybody was punching him in the stomach, and all he had was God. All he could do was lean on God. Some people feel like that tonight. They're being hit from every side, and they feel like they can't get up no more. But God uses those places to humble you and get him to closer to you, get closer to him, and come after him, because he wants to take you to a place in him you've never seen before. But you read at the end of the story about when Job lost everything, he had twice as much what he had before. He could have been stuck with what he had, but he would have never got the double portion of it. That's why some things happen to people. You wonder why stuff happens. You wonder why a child dies. And you wonder why people dying from cancer. And you wonder why all these things happening. Why won't we stop asking God why? It ain't always God. You can't always blame God. You come to him when everything's going wrong, but you don't never talk to him. The thing is, God knows that the only way you call on him is when something bad happens. It doesn't mean that it was meant to kill you. It was meant that you might know him, because he didn't want you to die and go to hell. He didn't want you going through life being down all the time, being depressed. He didn't want you. He left 99 for one. He would have died for one. And you wonder why people talking about, why did it happen to me? Why did all this happen to me, God? Why did you ask him that before this all happened? Come on. They never had a prayer life. Sometimes the only way God can get somebody in church is when something bad happens in their life. It's sad to say that, but it's true. They believe God will make everything right, but they don't believe, they have to have a prayer life. It doesn't mean everything that goes wrong and everything is of God, because Satan can do stuff and to hinder and stop what's happening. But Satan, when he was messing with Job, he had to ask God to even touch him. He says, you can touch him, but you can't kill him. He says, you can hinder him where he's going, but you can't stop him. You can see, we think distractions are always bad or not good. But sometimes when all things crumble down, God wants you to look onto him. Don't turn to the left or the right, and remove your foot from evil. Yeah. Proverbs 4:27. God wants us to look to him, but sometimes he has to allow things to happen. Amen. For us to look to him.